It's easy to analyze. I played against a player who did everything perfect. I never saw nobody playing a tennis like this ever.
It's one thing to watch Novak Djokovic play on TV. You know, the guy is a decent tennis player, and it's a very different one stepping on the court with him. That's why today we're gonna take a look at some of the best post-match reactions by players who faced Novak Djokovic and ended up getting destroyed. So before starting, let me just say that if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you would like to enjoy more original tennis content of this style. That said, let's get right into the video. Alex de Minaur, Australian Open 2023. To put a context into this match, when Novak Djokovic was handed an exception at the 2022 Australian Open, the first reaction by many people is, oh, he received special treatment. If he was the world number 80, there's no way he would have gotten an exemption. So at the time, de Minaur was asked about this in a press conference, and this was his answer.
Look, I just think it's just very interesting. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't know the criteria for exemptions. Yeah, apparently it's an independent panel. He must have fit the criteria somehow. So yeah, if he's fit the criteria, then yeah, he should be able to come.
That's very politically correct for you.
I don't know.
I don't think Novak Djokovic liked the way de Minaur answered this question, but the next year, these two would meet at the 4th round of precisely the Australian Open, and de Minaur looked very confident before the match.
I'm just excited. Another chance to go out here, play against the best in the world and, you know, show what I'm made of.
But unfortunately for him, the match ended up being very one-sided, as Novak played at an incredible level with some of the cleanest ball striking you will ever see. This was de Minaur's reaction after the match.
Have you played a better player than the version you got tonight from Novak?
I don't think I have, if I'm completely honest. I think what I experienced today was probably Novak very close to his best, I would say, and to me, if that's the level, I think he's, definitely the guy that's going to take the title. What he's able to do with that, the depth he's able to keep, and it just felt like constant pressure today. Every service game I had wasn't getting 3 points. Just it felt like an uphill battle from the start, and I never really was able to get my teeth into the match and make it tough for him or bring those pressure moments and situations.
At this year's French Open, Juan Pablo Varillas faced Novak Djokovic in the 4th round. Before the match, Juan Pablo Varillas said that even though it's Novak Djokovic, he believes the match is 50-50. Now, I don't know exactly the context behind these words, but that's the headline I saw in many tennis news articles, and the match was not precisely 50-50, and Djokovic dominated Varillas in straight sets with a 6-3, 6-2, 6-2 victory. And these were his words after the match.
What surprised you the most about the experience of being on the court with him? This was the first time?
Yes.
Yes. What did you expect, and were there things that surprised you, or was this about what you expected?
No, his ability to be like always in the ball, in the ball, like with the legs and the defense, and he's even aggressive to defend. It's like with one ball you're like being aggressive, and then with one ball he turns like the coin the other way, and then you are defending. It's also his ability to play so deep, to return so good, also to change the rhythms, playing really high balls and then going forward. It's like a really complete player.
The Frenchman Luca Pouille reached his first Grand Slam semi-final at the Australian Open in 2019, and in that match he had to face Novak Djokovic. And before the match he looked very positive, saying that in today's tennis anyone can beat anyone.
And yeah, I think everybody can beat anybody now. Even though the best are still the best, Djokovic, Rafa, Roger, they're still dominating tennis, but more and more players are coming up, and I think that's great for the game.
Well, that semi-final against Novak was one of the most one-sided Grand Slam semi-finals in the history of tennis, where Djokovic absolutely destroyed Pouille, and this was the Frenchman's reaction after the match.
How tough was he to deal with?
Well, as you can imagine, not easy. I was trying to find a solution, but couldn't find any. From the beginning, he was, I think the first mistake came after many, or maybe one set, or I don't know. So it was, almost. If I wanted to get closer to, I don't know, arrive at the end of the first set or one set for all, I had to serve 95% or 100% for a serve, and even this I was not sure to even get close to it. So I think he just played amazing and he was too good today.
What kind of strategies did you and Amelie plot for this match?
Well, I didn't have time to put the strategy in the match. He was playing. The strategy was to be aggressive, try to be the one who is leading the point, but when he's playing that far from the baseline, 10 centimeters from the baseline all the time, it's tough to do it. So as I said, I couldn't put the strategy in place.
Frances Tiafoe also had his first encounter against Novak Djokovic at the Australian Open, and in that match, Djokovic had one of his greatest serving performances of his career. And Tiafoe's reaction after the match, talking about Djokovic's serve, was quite hilarious.
In Grand Slams, I think. Was his serve particularly potent tonight? Were you expecting that from him, or was it just because it was so quick out there?
Yeah, what was that, bro? That was serving insane today. I was like, all right, Isner, like, god damn. I mean, the opening game, he comes out 4 bombs. I was like, all right, bro, like.
The one man who did win his first encounter against Novak Djokovic was Nick Kyrgios. In fact, he beat him twice in just a span of weeks. Djokovic was not 100% healthy at the time, as he had issues with his elbow, but Nick Kyrgios wasn't very impressed after playing Djokovic twice.
I'm not going to make this controversial, but I think, honestly, I think you're better than Djokovic, in my opinion. But
well, I mean,
people are going to take this to social media and be like, nah, Djokovic won this many slams. And I'm like, Djokovic was playing dodgeball on my serve. He couldn't return it. And you're on it and you're like, nah, I'm slapping it for a winner. So, like, there's my opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, the results would probably suggest otherwise, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but the real ones know, like.
But as you may know, Kyrgios had to face Novak Djokovic in his only Grand Slam final, and after a 4-set loss, the Australian seemed very impressed after the match.
He's just really composed. I felt like, it's weird, I felt like he didn't do anything amazing today. He returned obviously the way he returns. I feel like he's just a great returner, but he's just so composed. That's what I was just thinking to myself, in big moments. It just felt like he was never rattled, and I feel like that's his greatest strength. He just never looks rattled. He just looks completely within himself the whole time. Didn't look like he was playing over aggressive, even though it felt like he was playing big. So hats off to him. That was a hell of a match.
So that would be it for today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If that's the case, make sure you give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you would like to enjoy more original tennis content of this style. That said, I hope I see you guys in my next video. Peace!